Hi Capricorn, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating December, and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2021 love reading. Thanks to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Nine of Arrows. So this is actually Gemini energy here, and with this, I feel like there was a reluctance on your part to communicate to this person. I feel like there was a lot of anxiety around it, and if anything, meaning they were probably on your mind quite often, but for whatever reason, there could have been some reluctance to actually express your feelings toward this person. There's plenty of reasons why it could be the case, but that's primarily what I'm picking up on with that. And you might have even been getting some signs, because if we see like that angel figure in the background, could just be saying that you might have even been getting some signs and synchronicities nudging you toward communicating with this person, but for whatever reason it looked like you were just having a struggle in doing so. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy actually, and Six of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. So it looks like there's some reluctance on their part as well to come toward you, right? It looks like there's a bit of holding back if we just look at the body language there. Looks like he's reaching for, but doesn't necessarily look all that comfortable doing so. But then we do see the fire in the background, so I feel like they definitely had some passion for you as well, but there could have been some shyness and reluctance toward moving, around moving toward you. And then with the Six of Swords here too, that could be representing that for some of you they might have actually detached because of that fear. So that's what I'm seeing with that. Alright, in the present position we have Transformation, which is the equivalent of the Death card in Major Arcana, and that's Scorpio energy. And we have Magic, which is the equivalent of the Magician. So for some of you, I feel like this is saying that you'll actually be coming out of this cycle, which is to say with that transformation energy, you're actually going to leave the whole, being stuck in your head process behind and actually move toward this person, most likely. This Magician energy just represents more confidence in yourself, knowing that you have the tools that you need to actually make things happen. So this could have been a cycle you guys were going through, I will say Mercury's going to come into your sign around the middle of December, so that might be what helps as far as communication goes. And Venus, of course, will be in your sign too, but there's going to be a retrograde of Venus in your sign, so could bring things back up from the past for sure. Alright. Present position on their side, we have the Six of Wands, so this is Leo energy here. So similar to what I was saying with you, where it looks like your confidence will be growing, it looks like we see the same from them. The Six of Wands energy is definitely a confident energy. So I don't know which comes first, right? If your confidence comes first and then that causes them to feel more confident in the connection, or vice versa. But yeah, it definitely looks like both of you in a much better headspace regarding the confidence with this connection. And future energy on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is actually Leo energy here. And for some of you, it could just be saying that this is passion that you've had for a long time, because what I always think about with the Leo energy, of course, in the northern hemisphere anyway, you would expect to see a lot more life on those trees, right? But here we see that there's not really any leaves on the trees. So this could just be saying that this took you a long time to finally get to that point. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. And the future energy on their side, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is actually Sagittarius energy here. And again, this is an ever confident, bold energy moving forward. Could represent a lot of communication as well. If this is representing a timeline in that regard, it could be around the middle of December when Mars moves into Sagittarius, because this represents those first 10 degrees of Sagittarius. But yeah, definitely looks like you guys are going to get things moving forward for sure. Like I said, I'm not sure where the spark comes from, as far as if you're the one who gains confidence in the connection first or they do, but it seems like there's definitely that growth, and you guys are much more on the same page, where in the past it looks like there was a lot of anxiety from both sides around approaching each other. Alright. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Innocence. So this is actually the major arcana equivalent of the Fool card. So again, we see that desire to have a fresh start, do something new, right? So that's what I'm seeing there. And just taking that risk too. So yeah, like I said, for a lot of you, this is probably a situation you've thought about for a long time. Could possibly be a coworker, for example, and that might have been part of why you were reluctant to come toward them, because you might have thought that'd make things weird, of course, which makes sense. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is Aries energy here. So again, I'm getting more of that feeling of confidence, right? Just coming forward, being more bold. So yeah, looks like the confidence is definitely growing on their side and your side, because the Fool is definitely a pretty confident energy as well. Alright, so moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Aquamoonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what I'm looking for is just some jumpers. So first I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. But if I shuffle for a while and no jumpers come out, worst case, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull a card. So let's see what we get. Okay, got one there. And let's see what we get from them to you. Nope, got one there. Alright, so on your side, we have Unrequited. Okay, it says, I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. So, interesting message there. If nothing else, that could represent the past energy that I see for sure, right? All that nervousness, like I said, around coming forward. But what's interesting there is I can see that going one of two ways, right? Could just be saying that maybe you had a fear that they weren't into you, and that could have been why you didn't come forward and express your feelings. But for others of you, could just be saying that in the past you actually weren't interested, and you might have been getting signs from your environment that maybe you should pursue it, but you might not have been interested the whole in the time. But for whatever reason, it looks like your confidence toward the connection will grow. So that's what I see with that. And on their side, we have planning. Okay, it says, I know that I want you in my future. I am working on making the proper plans. Okay, so seeing this message come up, to me, does lead me to believe that it actually might be them who comes forward first, because like I was saying, in the present, looks like there's that sudden confidence on both sides, but I'm not sure which sparks the other. I would say at least this makes it seem a bit more likely that it would be them coming toward you. Could be you as well, because like I said, you have the Fool at the bottom of the deck on your side, but they have the Queen of Wands, so both pretty bold energies, so it could go either way. But at least this card leads me to believe, let's say 60-40, it might be them who come toward you. Alright, so lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice to wrap up with. All right, nothing's coming up, so I'll give it a few more shuffles. In worst case, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull a card. All right, so yeah, let me put the deck down and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll pull a card. Okay. We have building blocks. There we go. There's the artwork, and the number is 28. So, sounds like a pretty solid energy for this as well, right? Where, like I said, it looks like there can be that forward movement. It looks like the two of you have more confidence in the connection, but let's see what it says. Okay, it says, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. The Oracle's message, you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So, pretty positive message there. And of course, that makes me think of what I was saying as far as the Venus retrograde that we're going to have in December will be in your sign. So, you could be reevaluating a lot of things. The relationship message says, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundation of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with a firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. So, pretty positive message there as well. And I will say that's the good thing about a Venus retrograde energy for someone that you've already been dealing with. You know, if there were some difficulties coming into the retrograde, then that could actually help you guys see things from a different perspective and clear things up in that regard. So, hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there. Once again, happy early birthday, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.